Well, dawn broke early on February 28. Trump gave the word, no more waiting at the gate. U.S. and Israel, side by side in the fight, launched them strikes deep into the Iranian night. Targeting the mullahs, the press and their crew, nuking their nukes before they could brew. Tehran shaking with explosions in the air, smoke rising high, showing we mean business there. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. Trump's message rings out, your freedom's at hand. To the Iranian people, take back your land. We hit their leaders, supreme and the rest. Joint ops with Israel, putting them to the test. They fight back wild at bases in our alley, but our defenses hold under that Middle East sky. No more hiding threats, no more playing games. Trump's bringing justice in America's name. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. From the Gulf to the skies, the world's watching now. Trump standing tall, showing them how. No endless wars, but when push comes to shove, we protect our own with strength from above. Iran's retaliation, just desperate flails, while our forces strike true, tipping the scales for peace through power. That's the American way. Trump's leading the charge, saving the day. God bless America. God bless America, land of the free and brave. Land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran regime done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. Yeah, Trump's America, strong and true, kicking ass for me and you. God bless the USA and Trump too.
To the city lights, we're watching our freedom slip away in the night, but we ain't going down without a fight. God bless America. Woke up this morning to the news on the screen. Leftist extremists pushing their commie dream. They want free handouts, government control, tear down the borders, sell out our soul. Socialist policies creeping in slow, like universal healthcare stealing our dough. turning freedom to ash. They cancel the brave, silence the free, while big tech censors what we can see. We're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes, the socialist wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We gotta fight for freedom, raise up your voice, no more surrender. We got no choice, stars and stripes forever, we'll hold the line. God bless America. One more time. In Minnesota, the fraud runs deep and wide. Somalis and others stealing billions with pride. Daycare scams, home health hustles galore. Hundreds of billions vanishing through the door. Corrupt officials looking the other way, while taxpayers bleed night and day. It's happening elsewhere, from coast to coast. Immigrant networks bragging the most. Left-wing media skewing every fact, calling it progress, but it's a commie pack. Widespread election fraud, ballots in the dark, dead folks voting, leaving their mark. Mail-in madness, machines gonna rise, stealing the voice of you and I. They normalize socialism on every show, from Hollywood stars to the Evening Globe. Green New Deals crushing our jobs with might, electric mandates stealing our right, price controls on food, rent caps on homes, turning us all into government drones. Extremist leftists marching in the street, Antifa riots burning to the beat. Defund the police, let chaos reign, while they preach equality, hiding their game. School boards pushing gender games on the young, indoctrinating with songs unsung. Big government bailouts for their elite friends, while small-town America meets bitter ends. But Trump's terrorist bite back at the cheat, bringing jobs home, standing on his feet. We're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes, the socialist wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We gotta fight for freedom, raise up your voice, no more surrender. We got no choice, stars and stripes forever, we'll hold the line. God
All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth right here on Starship Adventures. A little bit of a rocky start there, but not too bad. And there you go, upper right corner. That's Jasmine Crockett, the Democrats' latest loser. They love their losers, though. She's a two-time loser now. All it takes is one more, and she'll get special status within the Democrat Party because they absolutely love their losers over there on the left. All right, here we go. Yeah, I know. Well, Lead, let me tell you, I was rooting for her. You're probably wondering why. Well, I was rooting for her because she would be easier to beat in the general. I generally root for the Democrat that's the least likely to win against the Republican. And so I was voting for her because she was least likely to win against the Republican. This preacher guy that is now going to be running against the Republican, he's got a decent chance, and that's so that's a problem. Yeah. Well, this may end her political career. It may not. It all depends on the left. If the left's if they continue liking her, that's one thing. But they may turn sour to her. It all just depends at this point. You know, you've got people like Pete Buttigieg. That, I mean, he became transportation secretary, but you know, he's a multiple loser. And you've got also Beto O'Rourke, or as I call him, Michael Francis O'Rourke. You got him, the Latino appropriator, and he's another one. He's a 2 or 3 time loser, and see, they've kind of turned cold on him now. So I don't know. Pete butt plug Judge. Anyway. I like how Trump couldn't say his name right, so he went and they worked with him on it, and he came out and he said his name, and he said, Boot Edge Edge. And I know what they did. Anybody that can't say his name, they say, don't say his name. Say Boot Edge Edge. Just say the 3 words, Boot Edge Edge. Boot Edge Edge. Boot Edge Edge. Boot Edge Edge. Buttigieg. See what I mean? So that's how they did it. They did the same thing with him with China. He used to always say China. Yeah, China. And they had to work with him on that. And now he says China because he wants to put the emphasis on the fact that he's not trying to cram an R on the end there. All right, so anyway, there you go. Yeah, Lead, like I said, sometimes they put gas on sale, and then it goes off sale, and there you go. Yeah, maybe some exercise will do you good. Go out, you can find other liberals out in the bike paths that you can hang out with, and you guys can talk about how the bad orange man is going to ruin everything, and he's literally a Nazi. That's always fun. Kitty, you're going to have to stop that, okay? I have to be able to mouse, all right? She is being a little diva tonight, this one. She wants me. She wants my attention. She's kind of being bitchy about it. Look at the tail going. You see that? That's aggravation because I'm not giving her enough attention. I know what your thing is. I get it. I understand. All right. Mama bleep. All right, what else is going on in here? Oh, I think she's okay. Her lungs are no worse today. She seems okay. She seems like she's feeling pretty good. She's kind of playing and kind of wanting me to, to pet her more and stuff. So, I mean, she's kind of showing me that she's feeling a little better today. Daddy looks better. Both last night and today, he seems to be doing better as well. Hopefully, we can only hope. He's in rough shape. Him and Blue are both in pretty rough shape. Blue's got dental issues and all kinds of stuff. I can't afford it. If I took every one of these cats to the vet and got them all fixed for all the things that were wrong with them, we'd be in the $15,000, $20,000 range. It's just astronomical what they're charging for veterinary services. So much of what happens to them, I do myself, and much of it I get different places at discounted rates. My local vet helps me out because they know that I've taken all these cats in, and they know that I love them, and I bring them in when I have to, and they all end up seeing them at least once at the end. Oh, I think Daddy's doing a little better too, hopefully. We'll see. All right, right now I cannot find any live protest video. If anybody finds any live protest video, send me the link. I don't know. It's weird. I just don't think there's a lot of protesting going on. I honestly have been saying this for 3 or 4 days now. I think the left has protested out. They couldn't get any of their people to hardly show up for something like, the No Kings rally, the anti-ICE rally, the Orange Man Bad rally, the Vagina Hat rally. They're not able to get their people to show up in numbers. And now this week we're having the pro-Iran anti-Trump rally, where once again they're supporting the terrorists. The left loves murderers, rapists, terrorists. They just love those people. I have no idea. Dispatch, I have no idea. Yeah, the Teslas. Well, we'll see. I don't know, Lead. I don't know. All right, you guys may be surprised, but I'm not as deep on this thing as everybody else is. I'm watching it, I'm monitoring it, I'm reporting on it, but I'm not into all the nuance like everybody else. And I know I said this last night, but I managed to hang out with you guys for 2.5 hours. But tonight I'm not feeling well. I think I need to catch up on some sleep. I've been getting up early in the morning. So I am going to sign off probably a little earlier, at least right on time tonight. Let me see what we got. All right, that's natural sound. Nats, as we call it in the business.
A center of excellence is a center that offers the high.
You know what pisses me off about you, Lead, is you've come in 3 nights now, and you say I say this every night. If you put in half the effort that I put into this, you wouldn't be such a fucking asshole. But that's all right. Some people build things up, some people tear them down. It's just the nature of it. That's what means the difference between good and bad. Just so you know. I get sick of it, to be honest with you. I work all day long preparing for this broadcast, preparing for that broadcast, and I drive freaking all the way across town in the worst goddamn traffic you've ever seen in your life. I get down there and I work for 5 hours producing this highly stressful show. And then I drive 50 minutes back, getting here just in time to get the lights turned on and get this show started. And I've got some prick in here every night now giving me a hard time. Eventually I'll just ban you out of my room because you're just a prick. You just love to hurt people, and you're a prick. And I hate people like you. And so there you go. There's no reason to be like this. You know, a lot of people put in a lot of work to entertain. They put in a lot of work to inform. And then there's people out here that just go and they spread their cheeks and they shit on everybody. That's what they do. Get so sick of it. Normally, I'm in the mood to argue. I'm in the mood to debate. I'm not tonight. I don't feel well. And you telling me I say that every night? When you've come into my show for 3 nights? That's ridiculous. No one said we were friends. You've been an asshole to me since you came in here. You've been an absolute raging piece of shit to me since you came in here. Jabbing at me, calling me names, and everything else, and then acting like you're my friend or something. You're not. Don't be sorry. Damage is done. Change your name and come back and act like a human. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in the mood for it tonight. I'm not feeling well. And, yeah, I don't get it. I'm done, you know? Oh my God, we have had through 4 weeks at work from hell. I had family in town all weekend. We had to fix my well and my water system. Plus I did 19 hours of live coverage over the weekend. So, whatever, I give up. They'll always, you know, I like to entertain the trolls because they're good for the algorithms. But sometimes they just, you know what? They're just subhuman, dude. They're subhuman, and I don't even want to entertain those people anymore. Oh, well. Anyway, let's see what's going on out here in the world. Senate Republican, the Senate was able to vote, which the Democrats were trying to put up a measure that would have blocked Trump from continuing with the war in Iran. Of course, that was defeated. There was a few Republican defectors, but there was also some Democrat defectors as well, and it all evened out. And so that way, hopefully, hopefully that this will calm them down a little bit. I don't know. It upsets me that the left is just so wishy-washy on stuff like this. The left is so pro-war until the right starts one, and then boom, it's totally different. I don't get it. This war has been going on through 3 presidencies. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think Trump's finally going to put an end to it. I think we're finally going to degrade them to the point that it's not going to be a problem anymore, and I think that's good. All right, so where are we at here? Yeah, Condoleezza Rice came out with a statement today. She's absolutely correct. We need to just go in and absolutely neuter Iran. I mean, just neuter Iran and be done with it. And just make sure that they're eunuchs for the rest of their life and they're never going to come out and be a problem again. And that's how I feel on that. As far as what's going on over there, they struck an Iranian warship was struck today and taken out with 1 missile, the entire thing. Pretty amazing, actually. I think I might have video of this I can show you. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're not messing around, and neither is Israel. I can tell you that. Israel's been dealing with this for a very long time. All right, well, I'm just going to play this and just be done with it. Let's see here. Whew. Guys, I'm sorry. I am not feeling well tonight at all. I feel like absolute ass. And I'm going to try to do this for a little while, but I just don't feel good. Oh man, I just don't feel good. I'm just completely out of it. All right, here we go.
Yesterday in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there. An American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Like in that war, back when we were still the War Department, we are fighting to win. Also, yesterday, the leader of the unit who attempted to assassinate President Trump has been hunted down and killed. Iran tried to kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh.
And there you go. All right. Oh, here's the video. Hold on. Here's the video I wanted to show. Oh, God bless America. Damn bullshit. I like Fox News, but their website is terrible. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Yesterday, the last laugh.
That's absolutely amazing right there. I'm going to play it from the beginning again. Here we go. Absolutely devastating. And it sank straight to the bottom. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Let's get straight to Trey Yingst. He's live on the ground in Tel Aviv well, your day has been underway for a while, but as we get started, Trey, what should we know?
Yeah, Dana, good morning. You heard the general there saying that the Iranian regime is down 86% in their ballistic missile launching capabilities since day one of Operation Fury. Still, the Israelis are taking some incoming fire. We've seen interceptions overhead here in Tel Aviv, but the Israelis are also going on the offensive, striking new targets around the capital of Tehran. And
so they've degraded a lot of their capability. You don't go after the missiles. You don't go after the infrastructure. You don't go after the roads. You don't go after the... What you go after is the missile launchers, because without those, they can't launch the missiles. So that's literally where that's at. Yeah, more winning. There you go. That's messed up. Well, it's not going to become World War III. It's just not. Look, we've been through a bunch of these, all the way back to Korea and Vietnam, and Desert Storm and Desert Shield and Gulf War and then the little ones, Beirut. I mean, when you start really looking at it, we deal with this kind of stuff a lot more than you remember or think. And this is not World War III. The reason that other people are not getting involved, the Russians are not getting involved, the Chinese are not getting involved, because it's done. I mean, my God. Raid! Yeah, this is not a new war. I think that's the biggest thing that people keep saying that's just incorrect, is that this is not a new war. This is simply the continuation of something that's already been going on for a very long time. And so to say it's a war is disingenuous. To say it's a new war is disingenuous. It's a war, and it's a war that's been going on for quite some time. Oh, man. Oh, I don't feel good. All right. Yeah, the war started the moment 3 people got in a room and didn't know who was in charge. That's basically when wars started. And wars are inevitable for humans because there'll always be power. There'll always be power vacuums. There'll always be abuse of power. And so there'll always be these kind of things going on. I don't think it's, again, this is just a temporary thing. It's happening. And I don't think we need to look at this fatalistically or with too much emphasis, because I just, this is going to blow over and things will stabilize again. Let's see here. Very good. Okay. There we go. All right. So what we basically have going on tonight, besides that, there was a few other things going on tonight that I did want to bring up in here while we're here. There was some fireworks on Capitol Hill today with Waltz. Yeah, that's Tampon Tim Waltz, who the person who single-handedly brought tampons to men's room in an entire state. And so that, that takes a lot. I want you to think about how hard you would have to work to put a tampon machine inside every men's restroom in your state. That was a lot of hard work he put in. So you just got to remember that. Yeah, they've killed a lot of our people over the years. Yes, we need to get the SAVE Act passed. Yes, Congress, Senate, they're all shit. I agree. Yeah, I agreed. We need to put a lot of these people in jail. We need to really get on getting these people put in jail out there, especially in Minnesota. And then we need to get to California, because California is going to be bigger than Minnesota. Yeah. Hey, is it Shendi? I don't know. I'm so bad with these names, but I try. Yeah, put some Minnesotans in jail. I'm good with that. All right, very good. Doomer's gonna doom. I don't know what that means. I mean, I understand that. A lot of people are always looking for that. You know that an interesting fact, that going back 2,000 or 3,000 years, a majority of every generation, going back thousands of years, a majority of every generation has felt that they were living in the end times. And if you take a poll right now, 50-something% of us will put that we feel that we are right now living in the end times, and that we will see some kind of dystopian societal end during our lifetime. And I'm not in that camp. I think there's not been a better time to live in the world, and I think that it is what it is. I don't think that we're it's going to be Mad Max Thunderdome here in the next 5 or 10 years. I think AI is eventually going to wipe us off the planet, but that's at least one generation, if not two, away. And so I'm trying not to worry about it. I didn't have kids, so I don't have to worry about it too much. My cats and I will all be dead by the time that happens, so I'm not going to be all that worried about it. Tater, it is happening in every state. Now, I will tell you, let me temper that by saying very little of it is found in red conservative states like Florida and Texas, where we count every dollar that goes out. And a lot of your purple states probably have it to some degree, but your blue states are riddled with it, absolutely riddled with it. These people, like especially like from Somalia and places like that, where they're grown up believing that crime is how they handle everything, and they're here and they're taught immediately go look for ways to exploit the government, and they've all done it. They've all gone out, and that's why we've got thousands of leering centers all over the place that aren't teaching any kids. There's no leering at all. Yeah, New York's bad. I'm telling you, New York's going to be another one where when they get there, and they will get there, they're going to find fraud on a scale that I don't think anybody can even think about yet. Yeah, Tennessee's a pretty good state. I do like Tennessee. I don't know. I have to reset it 2 or 3 times when it does that. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Georgia has an income tax, so I will always have my primary residence registered here in Florida because I won't pay a state income tax. Um, all right, so I don't know if my Scarlet's going bad or what. I don't know what's going on. It could also be this this USB hub as well. I need to rearrange a bunch of stuff, and I haven't even had a chance to do it yet. Yeah, I'm a Florida man. Yeah, absolutely. You know what's funny about that? Most of the time when you read a Florida man story, most everybody from Florida that was born in Florida has moved out of Florida. Most of the people that live in Florida are actually from somewhere else. Most of the time, a Florida man is a New York transplant that's been here for 8 years. Um, yeah, you guys have everybody has property tax, although they are working to eliminate a lot of our property taxes here. Hell, they're getting ready to take the tolls off the roads here. We're trying a whole new model down here. It's very conservative. Um, I don't mind paying property tax. I don't like it, but I don't mind it. I'll do it. It pays for local services and things like that. What happened? What's wrong? What happened? She come running over yelling like something's going on. What happened? You're not going to tell me? What was that for? She just gave me a big sigh. Yeah. Well, maybe every Florida man says it because it's true. You ever think about that? Of course, you're just a troll, so the truth doesn't matter to you. But that's probably what it is. Yeah, hopefully Georgia can do that. I don't like I don't like income tax. It's bad enough we have to pay that to the federal government. I'm just not really interested in paying it here. Mama Bleep. She does know I'm not feeling well, I think. Anytime I'm not feeling well, this cat's very empathetic. She feels it, she knows it. And Daddy Kitty does too. Ed don't seem to be able to read the room that well, but these other two, they're a little more sensitive to it. Tourism is crashing. Where would that be? Because tourism's breaking records here right now. Must be somewhere else. You have no idea. We're at capacity right now everywhere. Get a room down here. Good luck. Yeah, we got a troll. That's cool. Oh, you guys pay tax on food? That's one thing we don't do here. There is no tax on food. No tax on food. There is exceptions. Cooked and prepared food, I think you still pay tax on. And there's certain gluttonous items that you pay tax on. But for the most part, you pay tax still on, obviously, on alcohol and stuff like that. But, yeah, someone needs Trumpanol. I agree. Oh, I definitely believe in karma. I definitely believe in karma. I seen that over the years. Yeah, some places do have sales tax on almost everything, where others give you quite a few exemptions. Even in Florida here, we have an exemption for back to school. You can buy school clothing and notebooks and things like that, computers. We have an exemption for hurricane season for about a week or two. I'm not sure. You can go buy generators and tarps for your house and boards for your windows and things like that. And it is tax exempt. You get the 6% sales tax taken off of it. So those are pretty cool. And I think there's one more that they were talking about adding, or they did. Yeah, well, Dispatch, you have no idea this cat gets so much attention that she's spoiled ass rotten. That's the problem. And then when you pet her too much, then she wants to bite you and claw you. But it's good. That means she feels good. That's the main thing. Well, you're only allowed to charge the tax that you're actually charging and passing on to the state. Yeah, that's true. You can't change the rate of the tax. It has to be the rate that you're paying. And you can't put a markup on the tax. Yeah, I agree. And it's not just about saving us money. It's not about, like, everybody always concentrates on the taxes and making the taxes less. But the other thing we need to concentrate on is doing the things that we need the government to do more efficiently. You know, I'm one of these people that I personally believe that about half of what our governments do does not need to be done. And that's on the city level, the county level, the state level, and the federal level. I believe that every facet of government is way too involved in our everyday life. And I believe that they've got way too many laws. You know, if you were to print the Florida statutes in the old hardcover books like they used to come when I was a cop many, many years ago. Yeah, I see that. If you were to print the books like they were back when I was a cop many, many years ago, you would find that these books are literally what used to be an index in about six or seven volumes of books is now like would take up an entire wall in a room. Yeah, Clinton was a big one on taxing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to find something to replace that one with. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go ahead, because we do need to take a look at this next anyway. So I'm just going to put on the Radar Omega. There we go. All right, look at this, guys. What a mess. We haven't seen this in a while. Right now, we're down to just one severe thunderstorm warning, but there is quite a mess here. All that pink you see there, that's all counties that currently have a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is all going to be moving it's right in Dallas right now. And it's going to be moving into Texarkana and also Little Rock. And Memphis is going to be getting it a couple hours away from now. And this is all going to come through. Is this our first big severe tornado outbreak of the year? I don't think so. I think this is about as bad as it's going to get. We do have a bunch of different warnings here. We've got the slight risk. That's that gold circle right there. We also have a mesoscale discussion for severe weather inside the gray one. And then, of course, the severe thunderstorm watch is everywhere that is pink. And so there's lots of these warnings out there right now. And, of course, the only warning that's watches. The only warning we're actually looking at is this one here. So let's go ahead and examine this since it's the only thing we really have to look at here. Let's go ahead and pick a close radar. We've got a radar right near it. And there we go. We can see it right there. And I think I can do this in splits. Let me put this in splits so we can take a look at this thing and actually analyze it. Look at this. I don't see any rotation on this thing. There is some fairly strong winds, but I don't see really any close circulation in there at all. And so we're going to continue to watch that. This one is this is a fairly big cell, but it doesn't quite have the qualities of a supercell, I don't believe. But let's take a look at it. Let's turn it on its side and take a look at this thing. What we're looking at basically is a fairly large size storm here that's about to go through Bardwell and going to be just north of Columbus. And this is going to go off just north of Clinton as well. But it is moving east-northeast. And you can see there, East Prairie. It's pretty much through it already. But yeah, there you go. There's your 3D storm. And you can see it coming in there. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's not that bad right now. It is a bit of a supercell, but not that. I don't think it's going to put down any long track tornadoes or anything like that. So we're just going to have to keep watching it. And there's what it looks like from a camera out near this thing. The background sounds you're hearing are from the Middle East. I've just got the volume up on these cameras from the Middle East. What you doing, Mama? What you doing? What you doing? Aw. Yeah, spring is here. I think we're going to get one more blast of winter coming up in a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, as this whole cycle spins around again. I think we're going to end up getting a few more weeks of winter. I don't think we're completely done with winter yet. But yeah, this is going to be 6 or 8 or even 10 days of spring for some of us down in the south and also along the eastern seaboard. Where's your friend live up there? Just so you know, none of these storms are severe. They're strong, but they're not severe. I don't see anything tornadic. I don't see anything with large hail. And I don't see anything with winds over about 60 miles an hour, gusts. So I really wouldn't alarm anybody too much. I'm the first to sound the alarm. I'm also the first to draw it back when, hey, this one isn't too bad. Yeah, it looks bad, but it's not. And we could take a look over here. There is another line setting up back over here towards Kansas, and you can see that there moving on the. This is on the Kansas City radar. And then let's go to the Fort Smith radar and take a look down here. We can see this progressing across. Another strong line of thunderstorms here coming into Fort Smith right now, putting down quite a bit of lightning. Oh, there you go, Tater. Yeah, probably a good idea, because it is going to rain like hell probably for a few minutes. Quit biting me. You don't know. What is wrong with you? Are you frustrated or something? She's biting me a lot more than she normally does tonight. I don't know. She's kind of freaky deaky. I'll have to get out some catnip and see if I can calm her shit down. All right, Tater. Well, good luck. We'll see you in a little while. All right. What do you guys think? Do you think Trumpanol will help these people? That's not bad, Carlotta. 70% chance of rain. I think it's 50 here. It's going to be of the afternoon thunderstorm variety. It's actually going to be caused by lift caused by an encroaching sea breeze. So it's going to be our regular summertime type rain in March. Kind of interesting, really. Oh, there's another severe thunderstorm warning. Where's that at? Okay, that's going to be a continuation of this one here. This one is coming into Paducah and Metropolis right now, Carlotta. This cell right here, it's starting to get a little J-hook on it, but no tornado warnings yet. Let's go ahead and deep dive this thing. Let's take a look at this thing on the 3D, and you can see there quite a tall storm right there, and it is going to come right into the Paducah Metropolis area here in just a few minutes. It is not a tornadic thunderstorm yet. It does have the potential here for 1 inch quarter size hail, up to 1 inch 60 mile an hour wind gusts, and so there's a number of different warnings issued for this area right now. So that's going to be coming through probably in the next hour or so. That will be coming through Paducah. We do have a camera here in Paducah, and we might even be able to start to see the lightning on the horizon there in Paducah. Already some rain starting to fall. Yes, Austin. It's actually Dallas is getting it right now. It's sitting right over Dallas. This is the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro right here. And you can see there is a severe thunderstorm warning right now issued for Mineral Wells, and that's moving northeast. We've got a camera nearby there. We can see the skyline. Another severe thunderstorm warning going out. Let's see where this one's at. Okay, this one's going to be south of Springfield, and this is going to be near Cassville. They've just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell here. And again, a number of different listings here for that. All right. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Dom? Oh, I know. I love it. I like my little 710. I love the waterfall on it. Yeah, I'm sure, Fly Guy. That's not going to happen. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to get some cat Trumpanol. Did all our trolls leave? We can't even keep a troll anymore, man. Of course, I'm being kind of mean to them, I guess. But they're coming in here to be mean to me, right? Sometimes they just get under my skin. I don't know. They've degraded right now almost 80% or right around 80%, depending on what report you hear. They've degraded nearly or right at 80% of their ability to launch missiles. So there won't, obviously that number will continue to go up, and the number of missiles they can actually send off goes down. And here's the other thing. Every time they launch a missile, the IDF shoots that missile launcher and destroys it. So they only get to use each one like one time. They have truck mounted. They'll try to launch and then move that truck real quick. But they're losing their launchers at an alarming rate if they're wanting to stay in this thing. Yeah, Drake, that's what I mean. There's still a chance here. We're still going to have some winter weather here before winter's over with. We'll still get some winter weather out there. Do you believe this? All the trolls left. Wow. Oh, well. I guess I should be nicer to them. I shouldn't be so mean to the trolls. I just hate when it's like I work so many hours, and I'm doing all this, and it's like I hate being belittled. Like when I'm 56 years old and I'm working 18-hour days, 16-hour days, and sometimes I have health problems. It's terrible. Gasoline is up 30 cents. Gasoline's stable here. Has not changed. It hasn't gone down anymore in the last few weeks either. It's stable. Yeah, you may see a slight rise in gasoline, but it'll come back down again. We're opening up more and more here in this country every day. We won't need the Middle East much. When Trump was... I'm hearing something. I don't know what that was. Nope, I don't hear it anymore. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett, man, she lost. I kind of wish that she would have won because she would have been easier to beat in the general, but that's all right. I think we're still okay. Yeah, Dom, who knows? We're kind of coming off this. There's like a 6-week oscillation, and we're definitely in the middle of it now, and by next week we're kind of in the high part of it, and then we're going to start getting colder again. So that's why I said probably in about 3 weeks we'll see a chance for one or two more big winter storms here, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, Memdami came out and he has announced that that's Kami Memdami, the communist mayor. Yeah, we're not going to World War III. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that. There's not going to be a peace treaty. He tried that. We've tried that for many years with these people, and it doesn't work. So there's no peace treaty, and there's no World War III. This will deal itself out. No, Heath, I haven't seen that. I need to read up on that. I haven't even read that much news today. I have not had a good day. I've been going since this morning. Shandy, that's funny. Oh man. All right. Well, let me see what else there is. As far as spaceweather.com tonight, March is the #1 month for auroras of the year. Did you know that March is the best month of the year for auroras? It's true. A 75-year study by retired NASA solar physicist David Hathaway shows that March has more geomagnetically active days than any other month of the year. October is a close second. This is due to the Russell-McPherson effect, which strengthens the Sun-Earth connection during weeks around the equinoxes. So that's pretty cool. So we've talked about that Russell-McPherson effect before on here, right around the equinoxes, the magnetic field of the planet and of the sun, they have a close relationship at that moment. There you go, Fort Smith. Well, here, this is down here. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning down there. Little kitty. That poor little kitty. She, this little cat, she's just the cutest little thing. She lays here just trying to be cute. And then as soon as I pet her, she bites me. She's having one of those weird stimulus nights. I don't know what to call it. Set this damn thing again. These cameras have to drive me nuts every night. I wish I'd have bought a different kind. And the thing is, the cameras are great. It's all the features that I've turned off that still work that is the problem. Oh, the Blue Texan's in. Am I for or against the war? Well, I'm for what we're doing. We're taking care of business. This war's been going on for a very long time. It's not necessarily whether I'm for or against the war. I'm for the action that is necessary to draw this to a close, because it's been going on for way too many years. Yeah, Heath, I don't know exactly what it is, but hey, it's something like that. Well, Heath, like I said, the cameras are great. The video is great. The remote control works great. I have an issue with the fact that they just spontaneously move around when all those features are turned off. And I have to go in every night and set a preset and put it on the preset, and it usually will stop as we go. Yeah. Well, that's an idea. Maybe I'll check that. Well, she doesn't normally bite either. It's love bites. I mean, she's not hurting me, but she's almost hurting me. I mean, it's kind of one of them things. Yeah. All right, guys, let's see here. I'm going to be on for a little while longer here, so let's go ahead and I do want to do tonight's sponsor. Tonight's show is, we've got a great sponsor tonight. Let's see here. There we go. I'm having an issue with the way I'm presenting this, but I'm trying different ways to do it. And so anyway, there we go. All right, everybody. Tonight's sponsor of tonight's show is Trumpanol. Trumpanol is an amazing medication for people who are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Trumpanol, an amazing medicine. You just take it, and next thing you know, you'll start to feel a little bit better about yourself and your country. And before long, you'll want to stop all this foolishness in the streets with protesting. And I think it's important that that people feel good about themselves, and people go and get along with their family. And I think all that's important. So Trumpanol will help you return yourself to a normal life, and it will put the derangement in your past where it belongs. Trumpanol. Let's get back to regular life here. Get back to normalcy with Trumpanol. And if Trumpanol's not strong enough, we've got extra strength Trumpanol. This is the MAGA strength Trumpanol. This is good stuff. This stuff here is 3 times stronger than the one I just showed you. And what's great about this one is prolonged use of this product will make you want to get a job and start a nuclear family. So you might want to get some of this today. That's MAGA strength Trumpanol. And if the big scary orange man has you so upset and beside yourself that you just can't hold down food, no problem, because guess what? We have fast-acting Trumpanol suppositories. These suppositories, when rammed properly up the anus, will actually make you feel much better about the country. You'll actually wave flags that are right side up, and you'll stop hating everything about your country. It's awesome. You should try it. Trumpanol. It goes right up your ass and makes you feel better. And you know what? I think it might work best because it's treating an asshole in the asshole. And so there you go. I think that's probably why it works the best. But Trumpanol, be careful. It'll make you a patriot. That's Trumpanol. And if you miss when you put it in, or you lose another big election like you just did, about a year ago, that's probably going to be the butthurt cream you're going to need. And that butthurt cream's some really good stuff. This stuff right here, when spread on liberally, if you know what I mean, This stuff will make you feel much better about your worthless life. And it'll also make those chapped thighs feel better from all that stupid walking back and forth in front of the ice center. Jeez. And if you're having a hard time sleeping, we suggest Trump PM. This Trump PM's amazing. It'll give you a great night's sleep. You'll dream about the flag and about patriotism. You'll be visiting federal and state parks in your dreams, and everything will be absolutely wonderful. You'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and piss red, white, and blue. You're going to just love this country. This is Trumpanol PM. Wake up loving America. And if it's what you're seeing is the problem, do you see everything as being total bullshit? Well, what you need is Trump drops. Just a few drops of Trump drops in each ear, eye, will help you by allowing you to see better. And you'll actually see that what's on CNN is mostly all bullshit. And it'll help you understand what reality really is, because for the first time in your life, you'll actually be able to see reality. It's amazing. Be cautious, though. When using Trump drops, a lot of people become startled when they see reality for the very first time. It's scary. So just be careful with that. And the same thing can be said for MAGA ears. Just a few drops of this wonderful elixir in each ear. And next thing you know, you're just going to be able to hear bullshit for what it is. When you listen to CNN, you'll hear bullshit, because that's what it is. And it's a wonderful thing to do, to be able to actually understand when people talk to you, not what you think they're saying, but what they're really saying. And I do have to warn you on this, just like the last product, when you hear reality for the very first time, it's going to startle you. So just be prepared for it. That's Trumpanol MAGA ears by the makers of Trumpanol. Hear the truth for the very first time. And Trumpanol overreaction ointment. This is an extra strength version of the other one. This one is great for protesting thighs. If you got thighs that have been walking up and down in front of there, like maybe say you're wearing a dinosaur or maybe a giraffe costume or possibly some kind of amphibian, then possibly this stuff will help you, because what this will do, you smear this on liberally anywhere where you're all chafing from your inflatable costume, and this will help you. Trumpanol overreaction ointment for rashes that sometimes come from useless protesting, long elections that you lose, and running from the bad orange man. Get some Trumpanol overreaction ointment today and see if you can cool the burn. All right, and ladies, we haven't forgot you. MAGA Midol, I don't need to say any more. Just give it a break for a while. You know what I mean? MAGA Midol, you can't beat this stuff. It'll calm you down, especially during that time of the month. And the next thing, Preparation Orange. You know, again, we've been doing a lot of research because we're finding the best way to treat assholes is through their asshole. And so this is another one here. You squirt this orange shit right up your butt pipe, and next thing you know, you'll be feeling much better about your life. It also serves as a lubricant and an analgesic. So I think this will be awesome for you and your ass. So we'll see how that goes. This is some amazing stuff. Preparation Orange from the makers of Trumpanol. Don't walk around being an asshole. Soothe that thing down. And the next one, this is a great new product from the makers of Trumpanol. This is Patriot Patches. Have you ever, you all of a sudden you're feeling all frustrated, and you hate Trump, and you hate the country, and you hate the flag, and you hate everything, and you want to go out and protest, and then you take a few Trumpanol, and then you feel good. You feel much better about yourself. It's that up and down that's a problem, right? Not anymore. With Patriot Patches, you can apply one of these Trumpanol-infused medicated patches first thing in the morning, and it lasts for an entire 24 hours, and it gives you a nice amount of medication that is steady burn through the entire day and night, so that way you don't have any relapses into being a moronic asshole. And if you've got a significant other that's willing to help you out with this, try this anti-rage rub. Have your significant other, give you a nice back massage with some of this Trump anti-rage rub. This stuff's really good. It's Trumpanol infused rub, and as you get the massage, it will cool you down, make you feel better, and make you into a patriot all at the same time. It's some amazing stuff from the makers of Trumpanol. It's Trump, anti-rage rub. And the next one, MAGA, MAGA. It's going to be huge. You know, she'll never be happy until you can throw her the bone, if you know what I mean. So this is what you do, MAGA, MAGA. It's going to be huge. From the makers of Trumpanol, this little blue pill, unlike other little blue pills, will make you stand up like a flagpole and do what you got to do. Let's show her your commander-in-chief and how he works. And by the way, she won't be such a bitch at these protests all the time if you would just throw her some every now and then. It says it on the box anyway. And the next thing is MAGA wipes. MAGA wipes. These things are awesome. You know how you make your little liberal messes and you get all sweaty inside your blow-up costumes or your Superman costume or you know, the washed-up wedding singer, whatever it is. If you're out there and you're protesting and you get all hot and bothered and you get all stinky and nasty and you get liberal all over you, these work great. These MAGA wipes, they have a special pH balance that will help neutralize the liberal that's on your skin. And it will help you feel better about your life, and it will also help you be clean and not smell. And so that's always good. You don't want to walk into a crowd smelling like a stinky old liberal. All right, and the next one is LibBlock. This is so important. LibBlock is amazing because LibBlock will actually help you from creating more liberals, okay? LibBlock, it's got a spermicidal lotion that's specially designed to block things that only for liberals. So if you're having sex with a liberal, it will completely block everything that you're sending that way so that you can make sure that you don't end up having a liberal kid with a liberal wife. You don't want that shit. And so use LibBlock today. Keep about 4 of these in your wallet just in case you're having a good night, because the last thing you want is paying child support to some stupid liberal. And Mega Meltdown THC infused Trumpanol gummy bears. These are amazing gummy bears. You know, you're driving down the road and suddenly you're like, man, you know, I'm getting agitated. I see ICE agents. I want to go over and run them down. So you can grab this off of your visor, open it up, and start eating these gummy bears until you like don't have the murderous compulsion to kill, and then you'll be okay. So try these today. These are Mega Meltdown THC infused Trumpanol gummy bears for sudden attacks of Trump derangement syndrome. Caution: the overuse of these will cause you to want to get a job and fly a flag in front of your house. So liberals, you may not want all that. I don't know. And next, MAGA tugging cream. This is right. This is for all you beta males out there that you sit at home and tugging it all day because you have no life and no job and you're waiting around for the next protest. And things are starting to get a little raw down there because that's the only entertainment you got. You know, that and TikTok. And so this stuff will help you out. This stuff will give you a lot more miles before you start getting friction damage, if you know what I mean. And this is the new MAGA tugging cream from the makers of Trumpanol for spanking your commander-in-chief. This stuff will provide the additional lubricant and analgesic help that you need to get through masturbation without any more chafing or mechanical injury to your member. So try this today. It's MAGA tugging cream. MAGA tugging cream. Try it today. Okay, there you go. Jesus Christ. And finally, Trumpons. You've heard of tampons. They're nothing. Trumpons. They're the best tampons you'll ever buy. They'll absorb all your monthly meltdowns in one little handy tampon. That's right. They're called Trumpons, and these Trumpons are certified for use in men's rooms in Minnesota. So make sure that if you're in a men's room in Minnesota, if you don't see Trumpanol Trumpons in there in the machine for free, you make sure you call Governor Tampon Tim Walz's office and report that immediately. These Trumpons can be used to plug any hole currently suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Try them today. They come with a free orange applicator. That's Trumpons. Let's absorb that shit before it gets everywhere. And finally, this is a great new product from the makers of Trumpanol, the Trumpanol Mega Med Kit. This med kit has everything you need. If you're some kind of bleeding heart liberal that's always running down ICE agents, this is what you need to have in your vehicle. When you have an attack, no matter what happens, you can fix it up right here. You can stitch up a finger. You can Band-Aid up something. You can jerk it off. You can eat some gummy bears. You can take some more pills. You can use that butt cream. You can do all kinds of stuff. Everything's right here in this one handy case that you can keep right under your front seat. And that way, right before you decide to go do something really stupid, you can break out the Trumpanol and save your life. That's right. Trumpanol, some absolutely amazing shit. So where do you get Trumpanol? Well, this is important. You can get it almost anywhere. It's available here at CVS Pharmacy. Yeah, that's right. It's also available here at the Piggly Wiggly. Do you believe that? You can get it at the Piggly Wiggly. Yes, and it's at Buc-ee's. Isn't this amazing that you can actually get it at Buc-ee's? It's between it's between the toffee covered caramel nuts and the beef jerky. So you find it when you get the Buc-ee's. It's when you go in. It's over towards the left. Anyway, you'll see it. It's the Trumpanol line of products at Buc-ee's, and also it's on the other side of the store in Buc-ee's as well. And here we go, Trumpanol now available at Circle K's all across the country. Do you have a Circle K near you? No problem. You can now get Trumpanol's wide range products there. And how about your marijuana dispensary? That's right. You can get all the products there too, because Trumpanol can be used in conjunction with other psychedelic medications for a better result. So try it today, Trumpanol. And there we go. There's Trumpanol in a Walmart. And there's Trumpanol in, let's see, what is it? Oh, that's a Publix. And there's Trumpanol right there in a Winn-Dixie. Yep, and there's Trumpanol in another marijuana dispensary. So no matter where you look, Trumpanol's there. You can buy this shit just about anywhere in your favorite grocery store. Trumpanol is available, and now available in Radio Shack, right between the double D batteries and the wire snippers. You will find the entire Trumpanol line, except the condoms. They didn't want to carry those. And finally, Sky King Fireworks is now carrying a full line of Trumpanol products. So while you're in buying your Sky King Fireworks to go across illegally into another state, you can also pick up Trumpanol. It's amazing. There you go, Trumpanol. Try it today. And here we go, Trumpanol at Walmart and everywhere psychedelic drugs are sold. That's Trumpanol. Get some today. And if you want a 20% discount on any of our stuff out there, the discount code is I'm a stupid bitch. So try that today. That is Trumpanol and Trumpanol infused medicated products. Thank you, Trumpanol, for sponsoring the show. Yes, I think the need for Trumpanol is crazy. Just remember, if we can just get these people to just admit they have a problem. Just admitting you have a problem is halfway to the solution. It really is. And so I really want to help these people because, I mean, derangement is not, I mean, we shouldn't say this lightly. These are people that they literally hate and they can't even figure out why they hate. There's no reason to even hate. They literally hate because they've been conditioned to hate, and all their friends tell them they have to hate, and hating is what they're supposed to do, and so it ends up just being this way. Look, don't come in here as a leftist and start talking about how Trump should have spent that money in America. When you start looking at the money that's been wasted by the Biden administration on just USAID alone, being sent hundreds of billions, $1 trillion even over 4 years, sent all over the world for LGBTQI2S plus and race, DEI and all that. So let's not talk for a minute about what we're spending here, because truthfully what we've spent on this war will not be as much as what Biden spent on USAID in 4 years. So that's just what you're comparing there is kind of stupid, because I mean, Biden was giving this money away hand over fist, and not to mention NPR, and not to mention PBS, and not to mention 50 other things where we're cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. But I mostly bring up USAID because all of that money had one thing in common. It all directly went overseas. It all went overseas. So the whole argument about Trump should be spending that money in America. Yeah, okay. Well, that argument works for Biden too. He should have spent $1 trillion instead of on USAID over all those years. We should have spent that money on America. That's what I think. And instead of training transgender seismic analysis people in southern Sri Lanka, I think we could have spent that money much better here in this country. So anytime you guys start with this greater than thou bullshit, I'm going to bring you right back to the last big infraction that the Democrats did. Right now, there's been no new attacks that I know of. We've got First Light coming now in Israel. So I'm hoping it's over for there. They're not attacking as much during the day. We've degraded over 80% of their launch capability. And that's the number one thing you have to do. If you blow up the launchers, then the missiles are worthless. The roads are worthless. The guidance systems are worthless. The intel is worthless as long as you've blown up the launch device. And that's kind of where we're at right now. They're blowing up all the launchers first. Drake's, all it takes is sometimes people, they're not of strong mind. And these liberals they detect these people. They can smell them. Oh, this guy I might be able to convince him. I'm not saying he's weak-minded necessarily, but people who are easily swayed. And then next thing you know, you meet them a year later and there's some kind of bleeding liberal. That's fine. It will happen back the other way too. You know, most people that switch parties switch from Democrat to Republican. More people register Democrat than Republican at first. And more people die as a Republican and not a Democrat. Now, what that means is that the left is, when you're 20 and 25 and 30 and the world hurts and everything hurts and you see the world and it's bleeding heart and it's terrible, you become a liberal. And then one day you start a business and you cut a paycheck and you realize, oh my God, you know, the world's very different than the way I saw it when I was coming out of college. And you slowly realize, you know, I've been in the wrong party all along. I'm not an extremist. I'm not one of these crazies. I'm not anti-American. I would never fly Old Glory upside down. I would never put up a blow-up doll and pace back and forth in front of an ICE detention center in Portland. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. And people need to be strong. People just need to be strong and not get indoctrinated, unfortunately. Yes, Dispatch, that's absolutely correct. What we're doing now will give us some leverage with Russia because Iran's been working with Russia and China too. I mean, they're the largest state sponsor of terror in the world. Yeah, Democrats die and they still keep voting. Look, I'm telling you, the reason that they're fighting this thing that Trump's doing, the reason they're fighting this with the voter ID and with the citizenship requirement, the reason they're fighting this is because this is going to change elections. It's going to make it very much more difficult for the left to win elections. It just is. It's estimated that 80 or 90% of election fraud is on the left. If that's the case, and we can shut down most election fraud, then they may never win another election. I agree. I mean, I own 2 properties. I own my vehicle. I think you should own. I like to own things. I don't like to do mortgages. I don't like to rent. No, forget that. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look here and see what is going on. That's another one just dropped. I don't see one blinking. Oh, there it is. That one's down near Dallas. Okay, so Seagoville and it looks like Heartland. It's coming up through there, Forney. And there's 2 other supercells nearby. This one's putting out a lot of lightning, though. I don't have any cameras over there. I wish I did. All right, let me look and see if I can see any new protest videos coming out. Mama, what is wrong tonight? Are you acting crazy on purpose? Or are you just crazy? I think she's just crazy. I will admit the energy has been very strange today. It was weird at work today. It was good though, not bad. I don't want to make it sound bad. But at work today, we had the other TV station, which is the Fox TV station, that we just bought out. And they came over for the first time, and they all got to see where they were going to be working and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of cool today because I actually ran into some people I know from the other station, so it was kind of neat. But so it's kind of cool. We just brought in a bunch of radio stations. I think we got 15 stations now. And we just brought in the Fox affiliate. So we now have the CW affiliate, the CBS affiliate, and the Fox affiliate all in-house. Yeah. All right, so what else do we got here? All right, I'm going to leave this on the Dallas area because that's pretty much where we're at right now with the worst of the weather. The good news is Dallas is in the next few hours you'll get into a dry notch here, but for right now, I mean everything inside Fort Worth is now starting to dry out. But Dallas, everything inside the Beltway is still getting heavy rain. And then, of course, east of Dallas, 2 big supercells out there. And they've now got a flood watch up for this. Oh, flood warning up for this one here north of Canton near Wells Point. Now flood watch. Also now the southern Dallas area. Flash flood warnings now for southern Dallas. And also a flood advisory and a severe thunderstorm watch and also a slight risk for severe weather on the on NOAA's prediction there. So there you go. That's a lot going on right there right now. Okay, so MAGA ears, extra strength. Yes. Is that what we need now? Extra strength MAGA ears? I thought Trump-ons was the best, but I think the Trumpanol Tug Cream is probably a winner too. I'll have to test that product myself. Let's see here. The main leverage is always oil, power, and money. It makes the world go around. Yeah. Man, I'm not feeling good. I'm hoping I'm not sick. I'm getting like hot flashes and and I'm not going through menopause or anything, so I hope I'm not getting sick. It's all right. I can still do this show sick. It's just not a very good show. Oh, boy. All right. Anything else, guys? Throw it in there. I'm going to shut it down soon. I'm coming up on my 2 hours. Normally I do more, but I just can't tonight. I'm done. So let's give it about 10 or 15 more minutes. If there's anything else you want me to cover real quick, I certainly will do that. And I'm going to go ahead and take another peek here at what's going on in the world. I don't like beer. I don't mean to sound like a Debbie Downer. I don't like beer. Wah, wah. But I just never liked it. It makes me sick. And I don't like the flavor of it either. If it's really cold, I could drink one and it's kind of good. But it's never been my thing. It has to be like literally ice crystals in it. And once it starts getting warm, it's repugnant to me. I can't even smell it. Okay, so a drone has now hit a British base in Cyprus. So now the UK has reversed their decision on Iran strikes. They're now, I guess, going to participate with us on Iran strikes. Iran was dumb. Here's the thing. We bomb Iran. Iran can't reach the U.S., so they bomb Israel. That's all they can do. They bomb Israel because all they have is short to medium range missiles, right? Well, they go to bombing Israel, and because they're such assholes and they don't know what they're doing, and they really don't know what they're doing, you got to remember, these people that are working these missile trucks and stuff, they may or may not even be trained or know what they're doing. And they were lobbing missiles into 5 other countries that weren't involved, including Kuwait and Qatar. And my God, there was a bunch of them all around there. I couldn't believe it. What was the other one? Syria and Jordan. Jordan, I think, was the other one. And they were just indiscriminately bombing everything. Try the new burger at McDonald's. What's up with the new burger at McDonald's? I have a love-hate with McDonald's burgers. God damn this thing. It says McDonald's has introduced the Big Arch Burger, which is the largest burger on the McDonald's menu. It features 2 quarter-pound beef patties, 3 slices of white cheddar cheese, crispy and slivered onions, fresh lettuce, tangy pickles, and a new Big Arch sauce. The burger is served on a toasted sesame and poppy seed bun and is priced at $8.59. The Big Arch is designed to cater to a growing demand for high-protein meals with less bread, offering 53 grams of protein. It has been well received since its launch, with strong customer interest and positive feedback. Yeah, all this time that the government and the left used to tell us how to eat. And the truth is, we're meat eaters. We should have been eating meat all along. And that's the truth. I actually eat McFish. It's weird. But all along, they keep telling us you should eat more of this and eat more of that. The food pyramid when we were in school, back when I was in school, was it the bottom of the food pyramid on the big spot down there? Bread, starch, noodles, rice. You know what was on the next one? It was vegetables, and then the next one was fruit, and then the next one, the next to the smallest one, was meat, and then the very small one at the top was snacks and sweets. And that food pyramid was complete bullshit. That's what ended up getting all this obesity to where it is today, believe it or not. I mean, that's when you really look at it, where we ended up getting all this obesity was from these. Mama, please stop that. I'm in the middle of a broadcast. Please. Quit twitching your tail. Pain in the ass. All right, this is the food pyramid that we had when we were kids. And the problem with this food, and hold on, I gotta find the damn... What is wrong with this goddamn computer? God bless America. I cannot do a show when this thing keeps locking up on me and giving me shit. All right, so this is what the food pyramid looked like when I was in school. And I want you to notice that meat's really hardly not even on it. Why did they do this? Actually, that's not even the one I'm looking for. Let me see, which one is it? Yeah, this is it here. Well, you can see it. It's giving me a hard time. I don't really give a shit at this point. But you can see there how this was set up. Now, I want you to notice what I'm trying to show you, but the computer won't frickin' cooperate with me. If you notice, the biggest portion of food was pasta and rice and bread and all those things. And then next was fruits and vegetables. And then finally above that you had milk and cheese and meat. And then at the very top you had fats, oils, and sweets. Now, this is what caused all the problems right here. Why would they do this? Why would they set this up like this when all this stuff down here shouldn't even be on there? It's all poison to us technically. Now, I eat a lot of it myself. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm gonna be a little hypocritical here because I eat a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, the one thing I'm trying to cut out of my diet right now is starches. I eat as much meat as I want. I eat as much vegetables as I want. I cut down on starch. That's what I'm doing. I allow myself as much meat as I can afford to eat. and I allow myself as many vegetables. I do steam in broccoli bags almost every night. Green beans, corn, peas, spinach. I love it all. And then when it comes to breads and rices and noodles, I try to limit that. A lot of nights, I have a vegetable and a meat, and I do not have a starch. This is what caused the obesity in the world. This is what caused our country to be so fat all the time, and for this to be like this. And the reason is because the reason they did this, and I've yet to say this. I'm sorry, my brain's a mess. The reason they did this in the 60s, and it went all through the 80s, the reason they did this was because, I want you to look at something. It goes in the order of price. The cheapest stuff's at the bottom. You guys see that? The cheap stuff's at the bottom. Then the next, and then the next, and then the next. They did that on purpose. This is not a proper food pyramid. The largest portion of your food should be fruits and vegetables. That's it. And then above that should be meats. Matter of fact, you can actually switch those around. You should have just as much meat as you have vegetables. What they're finding is we're meat eaters. We should eat meat. We're supposed to eat meat. Some of the most unhealthy people are vegans. They have to take supplements. They have to eat certain foods in order to maintain certain balances. And so this food pyramid is the problem. Because we grew up thinking, and my mom cooked every meal like that. It was a big bed of rice, and then we put the food on top of it. It was a big bed of noodles, and then we put the food on top of it. It was slices of bread, and then we put the food on top of it. We were a pasta family, man. Bow ties and angel hair. We had every kind of pasta there was. We used to do lasagna and spaghetti. We're not Italians, but we couldn't have proved it to you. We used to eat a lot of that kind of stuff. And the truth is, that's where the problem is. All that freaking pasta, your body turns it into sugar. And so, the food pyramid's the reason why we're all messed up in the head about what we eat. And if I could give any advice, and this is something you already know, eat as much meat and as much vegetables as you want to eat. And just try to lay off the other things. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but if I did, I would back off of those too. They're not bad for you. Everything in moderation. And if you want a slice of bread, that's perfectly fine. If you want some rice, that's perfectly fine. But it doesn't need to be in every meal. And what I try to do is I try to cut myself out to where I'm not doing any starches at all. I try to do an entire meal where I got chicken strips and I've got mozzarella sticks and I've got some green beans. And I've got a whole meal that doesn't have any starches at all. The only small amount is the breading on these chicken strips is about all there was. And so that's a really good meal. My body doesn't have to turn all that into sugar and get rid of it. You know, I'm reaching that point at 56 years old where adult onset diabetes is, it could be right around the corner. Sometimes my sugar gets high and low. I can feel it. And so I'm starting to worry just a little bit about it. So I've decided that I'm going to continue with my as much meat as I want diet, with like a keto type diet, and just continue to eat as much meat as I want and as much cooked vegetables as I want. There's little things I've done, like the butter. I use a lot of butter, so I've switched to Brummel and Brown. It's a yogurt-based natural butter product that actually tastes more like butter than butter. It has a very strong butter flavor, and yet it's not nearly as bad for you as any natural butter or margarine product. Yeah, yellow. You know, moderation is the number one key to everything. You can have a big old piece of cherry pie once a week. It's one of those things. You just can't have it every day. You know. Yeah, too much. You can drink water to the point that you die. You can literally go hypovolemic or hypervolemic and die of drinking too much water. It's happened. People have died from it. It's crazy. Oh, the pink Stegosaurus has arrived at Portland. Boy, they've gotten their money's worth, I guess, out of them costumes. Last night there was a dinosaur there, but he had his human head sticking out of his neck the whole night. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that if we switch this thing around and put the breads and the rice and all up here on this level and move this level down and this level down, I think that we would have all grown up a lot healthier. But the thing is they could never have afforded to feed us if the pyramid was like that. I want you to think about it. In school, when we would go through the line, we would always get 2 starches and 1 vegetable, and a lot of times no fruit or 1 fruit and an entree. And that's what we used to get. But there was always 2 starches. We would get rice underneath the meat or whatever, and then we would also get those big butter rolls. Oh, I used to love those butter rolls they had. Oh, man. He couldn't stand the stench inside the costume anymore. Well, there you go, Drake. I'm a saltaholic. Yes, I'm a salt. I don't even know where my salt is. Oh, here it is. I don't use regular table salt. I use Everglades seasoning. This stuff is badass. I've been using Everglades seasoning since about the time they created it, like 30 years ago. I was literally at the fire station, used to have a thing of this sitting on top of the stove 25 years ago when I was cooking at the fire station. We used to buy it in this big tub. My mother just bought one. She's got a big tub of it at home. But I use this. It does have a lot of salt in it, but it's a lot of other stuff too that's not necessarily bad for you. And it's got the pepper in it also. So when I put this on, it's everything. This is my entire seasoning right here. And it's really good. You can actually have this shipped. I believe they sell it right on Amazon if you want to try it. It's called Everglades seasoning. I swear by it. I've used it for about 25 years. So, very, very good. What is it with fighting at sports games now? This is becoming the thing. Women's hoops. They took to fisticuffs apparently last night, and this fight left the referee unconscious and 8 players booted from the game. What is the deal? It's just sports, for God's sake. And they let women compete in men's sports and men compete in women's sports. If they're going to let all that go on, none of it matters anyway. I'm serious about this. If they're going to let men compete in women's sports, then it's all worthless. It should all just be done. It's ridiculous. But I'm not a big sports person. I don't watch a lot of sports. But I think one of the biggest things I have a problem with in sports right now, besides like the wokeness of the NFL and the wokeness of NASCAR and the wokeness of Major League Baseball, the wokeness of that's my biggest problem with sports is just the wokeness. I just can't take it. I also feel that there's a lot of corruption in sports, like with NFL. I know the games are being thrown. I know there's all kinds of stuff going on. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of the frustration from the players, because they see games being thrown by referees and things like that. Drake, you're correct, but I also I live a life where I have to eat processed food. Anytime I buy bananas, or anytime I buy fresh meat, or anytime I buy anything like that, it ends up not getting eaten in time and I throw it out. And therefore, I have become gun shy about buying anything with a shelf life. And so I buy all processed meat. I buy all frozen dinners. I eat fast food, because anytime I buy something with a 3 or 4 or 5 day shelf life, it goes bad. It's a weird psychological thing that goes on with me. Yes, I think professional gambling has ruined sports some, and that is a problem, but I don't see that as near as big a problem as referees throwing games and the NFL picking and choosing their winners, and also the jerk-off halftime shows they've had for the last 5 years. Well, it is what it is. I eat lots of vegetables. I do. I eat lots and lots of cooked vegetables. Every meal has 1 or 2 cooked vegetables and meat, and not hardly any breads. I'm not eating hardly any. I made a thing of fettuccine the other day, and I only ate half of it, and I've still got the other half. I'll eat at some point. Yes, Drake. Wokeness is ruining all sports. Wokeness has ruined Star Trek. Wokeness is ruining Star Wars. It's ruining sci-fi. Wokeness is ruining Hollywood. It's damaged NASCAR, NFL, baseball, tennis. There's nothing you can mention that wokeness and DEI and all this bullshit has not screwed up and ruined. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know. I took originally, when I switched my diet originally, that's where I got the idea from, was the keto diet, where you eat mostly meat and vegetables, mostly meat with some vegetables, and you eat absolutely zero pasta. And trust me, it works. I think a lot of that, all the corruption in sports, it all goes back to wrestling. Wrestling was always made up from the beginning, and people used to always say it was real and this and that. And now they're finding out that really none of the sports are exactly real. There's always they could have a computer make all the judgment calls. I don't know if you guys realize that. We're at a point where computers could make all the judgment calls, but we don't do it. Why? Because the NFL needs certain teams to win on certain Sundays, and that's the way it is. Well, Lead, look, Lead, I won't hold it personal. I'll be honest. I'm in a bad mood tonight, and I admit that openly. And you rubbed me the wrong way, simply because my health is not good. I tell you guys all the time that my health is not good. I don't have a lot of good health here, and I'm working 18 hours a day, and the response to that should be, oh wow, okay, not you bitch about this every night. So that it just kind of upset me. That's all. You got to remember, I put a lot of effort into this. I try very hard to make this perfect, And I hate nights like tonight because I'm off my game tonight. This show has sucked. My numbers are half what they normally are. And it's a lot of it because I'm not in the best mood. I'm not as funny as I normally am. I'm not as spontaneous as I normally am tonight. And I don't feel well. But I'm getting it done. That's what counts. And I'm coming up on, look at that, 2 hours sharp right now. Yeah, don't worry about that. Look, if you want to be a participant here on the channel, I would love it. And I don't even mind a dissenting opinion. I really don't. It just rubbed me the wrong way, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, deploribus, you may be correct. I think it's the NFL pulling the strings, but I'm not going to sit here and think I'm right and you're wrong. Because I think you might be right. Because they both factions we speak of here have lots of money, power, and influence over it. Both the NFL and DraftKings or whatever. I don't know. I just know that it's corrupt as shit. Boy, Tampon Tim got grilled today. Oh, wow. Well, William, I think there's some truth to that. I do. You guys know there's over and under bets on just about everything. You know, they have an over and under on the national anthem. You can bet on whether it's going to be over or under a minute 20. You can vote on whether the opening coin toss is going to be heads or tails. And for any game or the Super Bowl, you can vote on just about anything. You can make a wager. It's called there's a name for it. I just said it a minute ago, but anyway, it's interesting how it works, and I think that's part of the problem. I also think all this, there's just the amount of betting that's going on from 5 years ago till now. It's gone up like thousands of percent. Well, Yellow, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Yellow Rose. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm a little concerned because I'm sweaty and like I don't like my temperature's not right or something, and that's kind of worrying me a little bit. I don't watch a lot of ham radio, but I do watch ham radio, especially if it's something I want to learn how to do. I will go watch someone else do it. I do broadcast quite a bit of ham radio myself. You guys can go back on my channel and search for POTA, P-O-T-A, under lives, and you will see a bunch of me working the radio out there. So, absolutely. Yes, and thank you again, Yellow Rose, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I will hang in there. I'm good. I'm just a little concerned tonight with these weird menopause flashes that I'm getting. I don't like this. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be signing off here in just a few minutes. Please give me anything else that you would like to discuss real quick. If there's any other news story you want me to touch on, or anything else going on out there, I'm going to shut it down, and I'm going to bed. I'm very concerned that I've picked up a virus or something, because I haven't felt myself all day, and now tonight I'm feeling really chilled and weird. A spoonful of peanut butter, that'll do it. Yeah. MDR, I'll check that out. All right. I'm telling you that there's been more actresses and leftists coming out, and they're saying, where are all the people protesting this war? Where are all the people that support Iran? Where? I'm telling you, the left is about done, dude. The left is done. They've protested out, man. They've protested for 19 different things since Trump took office. Boosters. I never got the shot. In fact, myself and 12 other people that work in our radio cluster, we were all going to walk. If they made us take it, we were all going to walk. None of us were going to take it. And now looking back, best decision I ever made. That vaccine probably killed more people than the damn COVID did. My nickname, well, it's been for 30 years, my nickname's been Hurricane Ian. My call sign is Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Foxtrot Sierra, KO4EFS, and my screen name is Hurricane Ian. And I was born here in North Fort Myers, Florida, where I'm at today. It's kind of weird because Hurricane Ian hit here as a Cat 5. You want to hear something weird? I owned that domain name for like 10 years and I gave it up because I never did anything with it. And then 7 years later, we get hit by Hurricane Ian. Man, I wish I'd have kept that domain name. I could have sold it for 10 grand. Yep, I was very vocal too. I told him I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. It's unproven. And anytime the government is trying to force you to do something, it's bad. You don't want it. It's like, no, you're forcing me. You're trying to make my employer force me to do this. No way in hell. No way in hell. All right, guys. Have a good night out there, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. And I've got a few other songs here I'll put on for you guys. Some different stuff here. Let me see. Where's this one is? That's 2. So I'll play 1. There we go. All right, guys. Have a good night out there. We'll see you later. Yep, have a good one, Dispatch. Have a good one, everybody out there. You guys have a good night. This is Starship Adventures, the sights and sounds of Earth, and we're gonna be heading out for the night. Have a good night, everybody.
Well, dawn broke early on February 28th. Trump gave the word, no more waiting at the gate.
Thanks, Lead. I appreciate that. It wasn't necessary, but I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
Launch them strikes deep into the Iranian night. Targeting the mullahs, the prayers, and their crew, nuking their nukes before they couldn't brew. Tehran shaking with explosions in the air, smoke rising high, showing we mean business there. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and NATO making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. rings out, your freedom's at hand. To the Iranian people, take back your land. We hit their leader supreme and the rest. Joined ops with Israel, putting them to the test. They fired back a while at bases in our ally, but our defenses hold under that Middle East sky. No more hiding threats, no more playing games. Trump's bringing justice in America's name. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must. No apologies here. Iran's regime done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. Renero making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, feel freedom's cup. From the Gulf to the skies, the world's watching now. Trump standing tall, showing them how. No endless wars, but when push comes to shove, we protect our own with strength from above. Iran's retaliation, just desperate flails, while our forces strike true, tipping the scales. For peace through power, that's the American way. Trump's leading the charge, saving the day. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must. No apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants. Yeah, Trump's America, strong and true, kicking ass for me and you. God bless the USA and Trump too. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, this is the land of the free. Baby, God bless the USA. Standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon wide, red rocks glowing in the evening tide, eagles soaring high above the pines, heart beating strong with these stars and stripes of mine. From New York City lights to the California coast, barbecue smoke and the ones we love the most, pickup trucks rolling down a dirt road track, fireworks popping, never looking back. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Oh. Down in Texas, longhorns running free, sweet tea sipping under live oak trees. Up in Michigan, lakes so blue and deep, fishing with my buddies, secrets we keep. From Nashville honky-tonks to Nashville taking me home, don't you know? We got burgers grilling, cold beer in hand, freedom ringing loud across this promised land. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. We got the Rockies punching through the sky, Mississippi rolling, never saying goodbye. Hollywood dreams and Wall Street hustle, small town churches, muscle on muscle. We fight for what's right, we forgive when we can. From the amber waves to the home of the brave man, no other place I'd rather plant my boots. This red, white, and blue runs deep in my roots. Sunrise over the Smokies, fog lifting slow, kids playing ball in the backyard glow, veterans marching in the hometown parade, flags waving high for the price that was paid. We got cowboys riding, farmers in the field, factory workers giving all they've got to yield. From Alaska's midnight sun to Hawaii's shore, this land is ours forevermore. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Yeah. God bless the USA. One more time. God bless the USA. From Cape Coral to the heartland, coast to coast, we stand together, proud as hell. God bless the United States of America, forever.
All right, everybody. This is Starship Adventures, and this does conclude our broadcast day. Thank you for watching out there, guys, and thank you for all the support that you give the channel. I hope to see you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for our next show, right here on Starship Adventures, for the sights and sounds of Earth. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great night out there. We'll see you tomorrow. KO4 EFS, clear frequency, QSY. Good night, everybody.